Hi students, my name is Nitesh Nagaraj Shet. I am from Annavara. So here we are discussing about a topic from 8th standard, that is rational numbers. So last class we discussed about rational numbers, properties of rational numbers. In properties of rational numbers we discussed about closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, identity property and inverse property. So we are discussed about rational numbers and the properties of rational numbers. So we have to move on to the next topic, that is representation of rational numbers in number line. This representation of rational numbers in number line. It is representation of rational numbers in number line. I hope you all know this number line where we are representing integers, whole numbers in the number line. So we are discussed that about in the previous classes. So here also we are representing numbers in the number line. So while we are taking rational numbers. So rational numbers already you know that it's in the form of the numbers in the form of p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So we have to represent those type of numbers in the number line. So let us draw a number line by this scale. So from the meter scale we have to draw a number line here. Yes. So it's a simple straight line we draw here. So we have to represent the rational numbers in these lines. So we have to consider some of the cases. So firstly we divide these rational numbers in two parts. So then while taking two parts, what are the rational numbers we can draw or we can represent in the number line. So further we have to divide into three parts. Then we have to represent the rational numbers in the number line. So likewise we have to divide 8 parts and we have to divide 9 parts. So after that we have to represent some of the rational numbers in the number line. So just we have to take the case 1 as we have to divide the number line into two parts. So the case 1 is divide number line into two parts. So just I have to represent, yes. So this is the number line, we have to divide one part and the second part. So I consider this part as the 0 and this part as minus 1 and this as plus 1. So here we are just representing, so positive integer as 1 and negative integer as minus 1 and 0. It is additive identity. Already you know that. So in rational numbers we are representing just the integers, but we have to convert these integers into rational numbers. Like it is 1 by 1. It can be represented by 1 by 1, that is p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So here minus 1 can be represented in the form of minus 1 by 1. It is also in the form of p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So also 0 can be written in the form of p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Here we can written as 0 by 1. So after that we have to represent some of the rational numbers. So here we have to divide further two parts. Here also we have to divide further two parts. So after division, it means, so we have to divide these two parts, this part into two parts. That means 0 plus 1 divided by 2. That means it is, the answer is 1 by 2. Here we can write as 1 by 2. So also here that is minus 1 and plus 0 divided by 2. It is equal to minus 1 by 2. So the part we have to represent is 1 by minus 1 by 2. So there are many such numbers. So we have infinite number of rational numbers. We have to represent between any two rational numbers. So while representing rational numbers, we have to divide those two numbers, and we have to represent some of the rational numbers. Here we get again two rational numbers, that is minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So we have to further, so it is 1 by 4 here. How we get? So 0 plus 1 by 2 divided by 2, so that means 1 by 4. Here we can get minus 1 by 4 here. Likewise here we get 3 by 4 here. So also we have here minus 3 by 4. That means we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 numbers, 9 rational numbers we are represented in the number line. So all these numbers are in the form of p by q, p and q are integers, and q is not equal to 0. So when we divide the number line into two parts, we can represent infinite number of rational numbers, not any 1 or 2 or 3. So we can represent many numbers. So let us move into the case number 2. We have to divide the number line into three parts. So divide the number lines into three parts. So case number 2. So for this also we have to draw a number line. We have to draw a number line here. We have to draw a number line here, and we have to divide this into three parts, 1, 2 and 3. So 0, 1, 2 and 3. So we have to take any numbers here. So it's your choice. So I have to convert these numbers. These are the positive integers and 0. We have to convert this in the fraction form or in the rational number form. That is in the form of p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So it can be written in the form of 0 by 1, and it can be written in the form of it can be written in the form of 3 by 3. So I consider 3 by 3. Here we can write in the form of 6 by 3. So the value is not changing. That's also equal to 2, 3 1 and 3 2. So that means it's also 2. And here I will written as 9 by 3. So all these numbers are in the form of p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So while comparing this number and this number, the value doesn't disturb. So we have to represent some of the rational numbers in the number line. So here 0 by 3 is 1 is there. So we can write in the form of 0 by 3 also. So value does not disturb. So 0 here is there and 3 is here. 0 by 3 here, 3 by 3 here, 6 by 3 here, 9 by 3 here. We can represent 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 3, 5 by 3, 6 by 3, 7 by 3, 8 by 3 and 9 by 3 in their respective places. So in 0 by 3 and 3 by 3 there we can write two numbers, 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. So for this we can divide this into three parts, and here one is, so here we can write 1 by 3 and here we can write 2 by 3. So 0 by 3, 1 by 3, 2 by 3 and 2 by 3 by 3. So here 4 by 3 is there and 5 by 3 we can write in these numbers. So here also we can divide in three parts. So 7 by 3 and 8 by 3. So that means we have to write infinite number of rational numbers. Here we are just representing. So 3 has the 9 by 3, 2 has the 6 by 3, 1 has the 3 by 3 means, so we have to divide any parts into three distinct parts. So when here we are representing sum of the rational numbers, we get the sum of the rational numbers. So for this we get these rational numbers, all are in the form of p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So let us move ahead into the next case. So the case number 3, we have to divide the number line into 8 distinct parts. So for this also we have to draw a number line. We have to draw a number line here. Yes. So we have to divide 8 parts. For this I am just representing one as 0 and another one as a 1. So for this I will consider only 0 and 1. One is the 0 and one is the positive integer. So I can return 0 as 0 by 8 and thus 1 as 8 by 8. So we have to divide the number line into 8 parts. That means we have to divide 1 into 8 parts. So likewise we have to divide 8 by 8. So that means the value does not disturb here. So we have to divide 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So here we can return 1 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8, 4 by 8, and 5 by 8, 6 by 8 and 7 by 8. So here we got 8 other rational numbers. So when we divide the number line into 8 parts. So likewise we have to take any other number. So like we have to take any number of parts, we have to find out sum of the rational numbers. So here also we have to represent many rational numbers are there. So while we are representing rational numbers on the number line. So likewise we have to take into 9 parts. So we have to take 11 parts, we have to take 13 parts, whatever it may be, you have to represent the rational numbers in the number line. I hope you understand the representation of rational numbers in the number line. So we have to further move on to the next topic, that is finding rational numbers between two rational numbers. Here we are given sum of the two rational numbers. So we have to find sum of the rational numbers between two given rational numbers. So further we have to move on to the next topic, that rational numbers between two rational numbers. So here we are came into the final topic of this lesson. So rational numbers between two rational numbers. We have to find sum of the rational numbers between two rational numbers. There are some methods to find out the rational numbers between two rational numbers. So for first we are taking some examples and we have to find sum of the rational numbers between given two rational numbers. So So first one example is the 3 by 10. So find the rational numbers. Find any number of rational numbers between 3 by 10 and the 7 by 10. 3 by 10 and 7 by 10. For this, just we are considering the denominator. So what is the denominator here? Here is also 10, here is also 10. So when we are finding rational number between any two rational number, we just equalize that denominator, then we have to find any number of rational numbers between them. So here 3 by 10 is there and 7 by 10 is there. Both are rational numbers because both are in the form of p by q. P and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So just we are considering denominator as 10. So firstly we consider denominator So we get some of the rational numbers like this 3 by 7. So we have to take 4 by 10 here, 3 by 10 and 7 by 10. That means the 4 by 10 is between these two numbers. So also 5 by 10 is there and 6 by 10 is there. So further that means it's a 7 by 10. So we have to find the rational numbers between two rational numbers. Here we are given 3 by 10 and 7 by 10. Between these three numbers, between these two numbers, there are three numbers 4 by 10, 5 by 10 and 6 by 10. So just we are considering denominator as 10. So just we are considering the denominator as 100 also. Denominator as 100. So just for the denominator 100, we have to convert this denominator into 100. That means 3 by 10. So we have to multiply into 10. Here also we have to multiply into 10. That is 30 by 100. Also we have to convert this into the denominator 100. So 7 by 10 means we have to multiply with 10. Here also we have to multiply with 10. So 7 to 10 into 70 by 100. So here 30 by 100 and 70 by 100. There are many rational numbers like 31 by 100, 32 by 100, 33 by 100 and so on up to 69 by 100. So likewise there are almost 39 numbers of rational numbers are there between 30 by 100 and 70 by 100. I hope you take any numbers when we are considering the denominator is 1000. So there are again many rational numbers are there. When we are considering 10,000, again there are many numbers of rational numbers are there. So we are considering the denominator and we have to find the rational numbers just by equating those denominators. So let us take any other examples. So find three rational numbers. Find three rational numbers between 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. So likewise, here we call as three rational numbers. So here we can find five rational numbers also. So whatever it may be. So just consider 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. Here denominators are not equal. It is different. So we have to equal that denominator. So just observe here 3 is there, here 5 is there. So we have to multiply this with 5 and we have to multiply this with 3. So also when the denominator is multiplied with 5 here, so numerator also we have to multiply with 5. This becomes 10 by 15. And we have to multiply with 3 here. There is 12 by 15 is there. So between 10 and 15 and 12 and 15 we get the only one rational number is 11 by 15. So just we find out only one rational number, but we want 5 rational numbers between these two numbers. So we have to increase the denominator. So after that increasing the denominator, we want some other rational numbers. So here we have to multiply with 5. So we have to multiply with 10 also. We have to multiply with 15 also. So just we are considering 15. 2 by 3. So here we have to multiply with 15. What happens? 30 by 45. We want 30 by 45. And here 4 into 15 divided by 5 into. So here we are multiplying with 9. So 36 by 45. So between 30 by 45 and 36 by 45, there are 31 by 45, 32 by 45, 33 by 45, 34 by 45, and 35 by 45. So we got 5 rational numbers between these two rational numbers, that is 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. So likewise we have to find out the rational numbers between any two rational numbers. We have to find many rational numbers. So just we have to stick here for 5 rational numbers. We have to find 10 rational numbers. We have to find 100 rational numbers. We have to find 1000 rational numbers. We have to find 10,000 rational numbers. It is possible. So by just considering the denominator. So apart from that, there are another method is there. We have to divide it by 2. Here we are considering 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. So we have to add this and divide it by 2. So that means we have to add these two numbers and divide it by 2. Means, so what is the LCM here? So 3 by 3 and 5 means it's a 15. So here 10 is in and 12. So is equal to 10 plus 12, 22 by 15. Is divided by 2. It is divided by 2 means we have to write here 1 by 2. So that means 22 by 30. So we get the answer. We got one rational numbers. So also, so 22 by 30 we have to consider, and between 2 by 3 and 22 by 30. So if we divide by 2, there is also a number. So also 22 by 30 plus 4 by 5 divided by 2, that is also a number. So all are lying between these two numbers, 2 by 3 and 4 by 5. Likewise, this method is also useful for finding the rational numbers between any two rational numbers. So I hope you know that. So you have to do some homework in the home. So let us take some of the homework. So you can take any methods. So I have explained here. So when considering the denominator also, or when considering the adding and dividing by 2. So those two methods can help you while finding the rational numbers between two rational numbers. Just take one example homework here. Find 5 rational numbers. Find 5 rational numbers between 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. So just do this homework. So by taking any other method, just consider whether you consider 4 and 2, or whether you consider just add 1 by 4 and 1 by 2 divided by 2. So we have to further take the procedures. So here we have the time for concluding this chapter. So it's the rational number from the 8th standard. We learnt about rational numbers, the properties of rational numbers. In properties of rational numbers, there are closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, identity property, and inverse property. Also we learned the representation of rational numbers on the number line, and also we learned that finding the rational numbers between any two rational numbers. So just recall all the topics so we have discussed here, and solve some of the problems in your exercise also. So you have to submit, or you have to analyze those answers by checking one time, second time, third time, so on. So you have to be safe in your home and be aware of coronavirus, and thank you one and all.